Welcome back to Instables, everyone. So I'm going to go through you guys in the S&P 500. Again, this is the SPY. We did have a gap up today in pre-market. We were looking to see if we can continue on with that momentum. I did record this video a little later, so that way we could see how after hours did continue, if we were going to continue on higher or if we did continue on lower. Was very key because we were digesting Powell. We had anticipation leading into Powell, and then we did have a slight pullback, as he did mention that he would not be afraid to raise rates above natural, and we did have a slight pullback. And then he did mention that the market was very much reacting accordingly, and as you guys can see, we did bounce off of our 20 moving average, now going to extended hours, breaking into new highs here at 409. So I'm going to go over the larger time frames with you guys so you guys can see what we're looking for to continue on up here in the market. And I also wanted to go over BBIG with you guys. As you guys can see, we had some volume coming in today, very much overall consolidating, but we did have some volume coming in today. I want to go over exactly what would have to happen for BBIG to continue. If we are going to continue, what exactly would have to happen and which indicators would give us confirmation on that major move up. Now, all I ask in return for all of this is you smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates every single day that I mentioned throughout the week. And if you are a day trader or you are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, we mentioned pre-market news 2.5 hours before market open every single day. Any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So let's jump into this one. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, as you guys can see, we have been talking about how we were oversold. We were looking for a possible bounce on the lower end of our channel that we have been following. We were oversold exactly when we got to the lower end of our channel, and we bounced exactly off of it. We have been talking about this for the last week and a half, that we were looking for the lower end of our channel as we were continuing on lower. So we did bounce exactly off of the lower end of our channel. We did have a continuation on this bounce, and now we are continuing on higher as we are approaching our leading indicator that we had from Powell previously getting rejected to the upside from. So we're going to see if we do get rejected again to the lower end of our 20 moving average, or if we do continue on up and start to respect our 20 moving average. And also looking at our MACD here, as you guys can see, we have been mentioning that we were curling up. We were continuing to curl up yesterday, and as you guys can see, sure enough, showing us that strength to the upside. Now looking to see if we can cross our EMA lines to give us more consolidation possibly, or a possible move up and continue on above the median of our MACD. So again, we will be looking to see if we are going to continue on above the median of our MACD. These EMA lines approaching each other, will be very much on watch for more bullish momentum. And we did mention yesterday, again, we have been decreasing in sell pressure to the downside. We have our white shaded lines coming in, showing us that decrease in sell pressure to the downside. And looking at our volume here, as you guys can see, we had a slight increase in volume from yesterday. If we do continue on with that volume, then we could see a continuation on this bounce. Now we have three levels that I wanted to make sure we do watch out for. We have our 405 level that we do want to hold. If we do continue on below 405, then we could retest the lower end of our channel. Possibly 405 was the lows of the year that we had from a couple weeks ago. And then we do have our 415 level that we would be testing. This is exactly when we had our doji candle, our indecisive candle that did give us this bullish move, but a false break and then getting rejected as Powell did speak again on this break. And you guys can see we are now on another break from Powell, but ultimately we do need our 20 to cross back over our 50 to get that possibility on a stronger push here. And looking at our Bollinger Bands again, this does represent compression and decompression. As you guys can see, we are starting to curl up here now on our Bollinger Bands, showing us that we are trying to find a bottom here. It doesn't necessarily mean this is the bottom of the market that we're supposed to swing and play longs into every single play at this point in time, but what it does show is that we don't have as much room to the downside to run, because we do now have the lower end of our channel that we are respecting and that we will keep on watch if we do continue on lower. So we have our range between 405 and 415 that we are trying to break above to continue on higher, and then we have our 430 level that we will be looking to see if we can continue on past. This was the level that we got rejected to leading into Powell previously, and then we also got rejected when Powell did speak exactly at this level here at 430. So we're going to keep an eye on these levels, 405, 415 and 430 here on the SPY. Now I'm going to jump into BBIG with you guys. A lot of people curious, are we going to have a major short squeeze? What does our overall momentum look like? As you guys can see on the daily chart, ultimately we have been consolidating within this channel, and we have been getting rejected to the upside and the downside. So the question would be, if we do possibly have an invert head and shoulder here, are we going to continue on higher and break above our level here at 350 would be the stronger move. I know we came up to 308 today, but ultimately we do want to see if we can break over 350 in my opinion to get stronger momentum to the upside. Now to get that confirmation on that possible invert head and shoulder here on the daily chart, I would be looking at our MACD here. Again, this is representing our buy pressure. We do have two buy pressure points that we had previously. when we did spike up. And to break that invert head and shoulder, I would be looking to see if we can at least break above these buy pressure points, and then to continue from there, breaking above our buy pressure point that we had when we broke all the way up to 550 previously. So we're going to keep an eye on this to see if we do continue on with this possible invert head and shoulder. And again, just looking for that confirmation on our MACD to get that stronger push here on BBIG is exactly what I'll be looking for. And the reason why we are respecting these levels, as you guys can see previously, we had a gap down at this point. We had multiple rejections to the upside here. We did continue on lower because of it. And then we had a major spike from this point. So a very strong point that we are testing and bouncing off of multiple times here. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to have a major spike here on BBIG. We're going to definitely wait for confirmation. I did not alert this one in the Instables room, but we did have a nice breakout at the end of the day with RDBX on a higher risk play, and very nice breakouts from pre-markets news this morning. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader or you are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, I know the market's very choppy. Most breakouts have been pre-market news in the open. We mentioned pre-market news 2.5 hours before market open. Any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout like the day again. And all of you instables that have been coming over every single day and supporting the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. We'll see exactly how the market digests Powell going into tomorrow, if we do hold these levels or if we do continue on higher here on the SPY. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.